guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Katie and today we're going to be doing a book review. I wanted to do this book review for a while. I read this series last year and it's so good. I don't understand why people don't talk about it as much as I wish they did. It's so good. You guys have probably heard of the author Brandon Sanderson. He has made the book Skyward, which is a book I know that a lot of people have read and it's pretty popular. And the second book to that is Starsight, and I haven't read that yet, which is actually shocking. I have read a couple of his books and I am in love. I have fell in love with his Steelheart series specifically. He has written these 3 books. They're all in the same series. Well, this is called the Reckoners series, actually, but I call it the Steelheart series because that's the first book. This is like my favorite series. So the first book is Steelheart. The second book is Firefight. And the third book is Calamity. So I got Steelheart at Barnes & Noble's, and then I got Firefight from one of my friends, and then I got Calamity from Thrift Books, Thrift Books is a cheap place to get books, and I think you can get this whole series on there for pretty cheap. So if this review makes you guys want to read it, which I totally suggest you should, I would go on there. If you can't afford getting the whole thing at Barnes & Noble's, I would suggest going on Thrift Books. It's pretty cheap. What Steelheart is about this boy named David. He is hilarious. He's very dumb as well, but also very smart. He's a really good character. I love him. You will crack up. I'm not kidding you. I have laughed so much reading this. He's such a fun and funny character, and I think he's a great main character. And basically what happens is the world he lives in gets taken over by these superhuman, supernatural people called epics. Epics aren't great usually. They're known as bad people. They're basically people with superpowers. But because of that, a lot of them have become very self-obsessed and arrogant, kind of dictatorish kind of people. A lot of them basically kind of just took parts of America and claimed it as their own. So like in America we have presidents and stuff. They kind of declare themselves as a president of that part of America. David's not so happy about that. He's upset. Everyone's upset. But the thing is, people don't want to fight against these epics because they're essentially useless and powerless. So David doesn't want to let these epics take over his life. However, he knows that he can't be the only person to feel that way in order to stop these epics from taking over his life and everybody else's life. He kind of comes up with a solution on that in this book. And I'm obsessed with that. I love some sci-fi. I love some future, like alternate future. I love alternate future books. I just do. Like, what if our world ended up like that? Like, I don't know. But for me, I love thinking, like, what if our world ended up like that? And what would be the solution? I just I love these books. One of the things that I experienced and I will always remember when I read this book was there's a prologue and I was reading it and I sobbed. I literally cried in the prologue. It's that good, guys. It hits hard immediately, and then it gets really funny and it gets really uplifting, but it does bring kind of some like hard-hitting things in it. There's some hard-hitting moments in it. They usually come in conversations. It's usually a conversation and you kind of feel, whew, ah, that hurts. Definitely will always remember the fact that prologue, tears. In case my explanation is kind of really bad, I'm going to read the back. David Charlson will go to any lengths to stop Steelheart, but to exact revenge in Steelheart's world, David will need the Reckoners, a shadowy group of rebels bent on maintaining justice. And it turns out that the Reckoners might just need David too. So good. So good. If you like fantasy or alternate future kind of thing, this is it. This is it. And if the back didn't get you, I will read the first sentence, because apparently that's a thing now. People do, like, I've seen all over TikTok where they are like read the first sentence to see, like, for you guys to get interested in it. And so I think I'm gonna try that, because I've actually seen a few of those and it does kind of intrigue me. I've seen Steelheart bleed. I'm excited about this book. Like, I've already read it, but it always excites me. So yeah, if you haven't realized already, Steelheart is a person. And that's kind of the theme it goes down. Like, each book is just a person. It's titled after a person. Like Firefight and Calamity. For the hardbacks, and I'm pretty sure if I got the hardback version of Steelheart, it would look the same on the inside, but yeah, the hardbacks have like the letter to the first letter in the title. I'll say this, I don't usually read series all together at once. I just don't, because I want to stay interested in that series. But with Steelheart, I like read one book in between each, and I don't usually do that. I read like a lot between each book in a series usually. I read Steelheart, then one book in between, and then I read Firefight, and then one book in between, and then I read Calamity and one book after that. Or, well, you know what I mean. I read more books after that because that was the end, but still, I don't usually do that. I stayed up and read these. It was just so good. It was so good. And I want to reread them one day. Like, I would love to do a reread on these one day, but I have so many things to read right now that I don't think that'll happen soon. But just thinking about them and seeing them on my shelves make me so excited and happy. So I really recommend this series, and I really hope that somebody at least picks it up. If you've read it, please comment down below what you thought. I really love them. Like, I really love them. And people love his Mistborn series, and people love Skyward, and people love The Way of Kings. So, like, his writing is pretty notorious for being really good. So I suggest to read these. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry I didn't post Monday, and this video probably came up pretty late, but I am a busy bee right now. I am trying to study for my written test, and I'm kind of just studying all day, and I get really tired, and, you know, I just don't have time to really do this right now, but I'm trying. So if this is late, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. Subscribe, like, comment, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss a post whenever I upload. Bye!